A beautiful rendition of O Canada by the Weyburn Tabernacle Choir. And we are ready to go. Game number 3 of the Weyburn Beavers and the Swift Current 57's. And insert your favorite do-or-die cliche here and apply it to the Swift Current WMBL squad. They head to Weyburn, down 2-0 in this best-of-5 series. The Beavers can wrap it up tonight and head off to the WMBL final and have home field advantage against either the Edmonton Prospects or the Medicine Hat Mavericks. We're just getting set to throw out our ceremonial first pitch here in Weyburn. And then young Carson Perkins will take to the mound against the Swift Current 57's. In the playoffs, Perkins has one appearance, a Game 3 win against the Regina Red Sox. He didn't get the decision in that one, but he went 7 innings pitched, allowing 3 earned runs, striking out 5, and walking 3 in those 7 innings of work. In the regular season, Perkins with 9 appearances, 3 starts, 2-1 on the year with a 1.60 earned run average, 33.2 innings pitched, 36 strikeouts, and 14 walks. So 33 innings, 36 strikeouts. Carson Perkins getting the start on the mound for the Weyburn Beavers. And the best thing about this 6'5" from Beanfate, Saskatchewan, is he's not even legally to have a beer with his teammates for another few months as he turns 19 this October. So a young player with a big job tonight, silencing one of the top offensive teams in the WMBL. Weyburn's Game 1 and 2 starters have been able to do that, as Weyburn coming off of 12-4 and 6-0 Game 1 and 2 wins in Swift Current. They're back in the comfy confines of Tom Lang Park here in front of many enthusiastic Weyburn Beaver fans who are hoping that their team can finally make it to the WMBL Championship. Weyburn's come close over the years. This is Phil Curtis's 5th year coaching in Weyburn. They've been to the conference final a few times, the Eastern Division final, playing Swift Current and Regina, but they've never made it to the WMBL League Championship dance. This could be the night that changes for the Weyburn Beavers, but the Swift Current 57's not ready to roll over and die by any means. They are the defending WMBL champions, and they know what it takes to win in this league. And it seems every year in the playoffs, there's a team that comes back in the best-of-5 series after being down 0-2. Why not the Swift Current 57's? Here in 2017, as Riley Campbell makes his long, slow walk to the plate, and he'll lead off for the 57's against young Carson Perkins. Riley Campbell, Matt Bondarchuk, and Blake Adams due up here in the top of the first inning to try and get a spark ignited for the Swift Current 57's. The bats fell silent in game number 2 in Swift Current as the home team dropped a 6-0 decision there. Swift Current just as effective on the road this season as they have been at home, and maybe some time on the bus to bond as a team will be what the doctor ordered. As Perkins, 84-mile-an-hour fastball. Riley Campbell hits that into center field, and making the catch is Brett Young. 1 pitch, 1 out for the youngster from Beanfate. Now Matt Bondarchuk out of Edmonton, making his way to the plate. Bones hitting .125 in the postseason, after a regular season where his batting average was consistently around .300. So Bondarchuk, a guy who got himself on base a lot in the regular season and made things happen, looking to do something similar in the postseason here. .294 in the regular season with a league second-best 34 stolen bases. Carson Perkins, off-speed pitch. Bondarchuk fouls it off of himself, and he'll hop out of the batter's box and walk that off. Top of the first inning and scoreless. If the 57's win tonight, they'll be back in action tomorrow night, 7:05 here in Weyburn. Big if, though, as Perkins, right-handed pitcher, 85-mile-an-hour fastball into the screen. And count is 0-2. Breaking ball, and Bondarchuk fouls another one off of himself. And he'll take an extended walk out of the batter's box after 2 foul balls off of his lower body. A long season of stealing bases for the Edmonton product, Matt Bondarchuk. He'll take an extra second after 2 foul balls off of himself and a 0-2 count. Blake Adams preps in the on-deck circle for a first inning AB. Carson Perkins, 18-year-old pitcher, 84-mile-an-hour fastball, ground ball, Evan Widener at short. Bondarchuk retired via the 6-3, 2 away in the top of the first inning here.
Now coming to the plate, number 24, Blake Adams.
The league rookie of the year, Blake Adams, .360 batting average in the regular season. He broke the 57's team record for home runs with 12 and set a new mark for RBI with 54. But offensively, Adams looking to get his wheels rolling in the postseason. That's chopped foul, just out of the batter's box, and an 0-1 count to the native of Longview, Texas. Top of the order, Bondarchuk and Adams hitting 118 and 182 respectively in the postseason. So opposition pitching has worked those two very carefully in the month of August. Carson Perkins, 0-2 count. And a called strike 3. It's 3 up, 3 down. Carson Perkins, a 9-pitch top of the first inning, and nothing missed the strike zone for the youngster. Bottom of 1 coming up, Matt Mahalski on the mound, 57's in the field when we return with this 57's webcast for Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
For the Beavers.
We're back with this 57's webcast, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino. Matt Mahalski on the mound for the 57's. One appearance in the playoffs, Game 3 versus the Moose Jaw Miller Express, an 8-4 win for the 57's, in which Mahalski went 4.2 innings pitched. On the season, in 9 starts and 9 appearances, the native of Mansfield, Texas, was 4-3, 56 innings of work, striking out 41 and walking 16. Luis Jimenez, ground ball. Brett Esau double clutches that throw and on target to Bodie Cooper. 1 pitch, 1 out for Mahalski, who had a 3.05 earned run average in 9 games in the regular season. Zach Mathis has been a playoff juggernaut for the Beavers, hitting .429 coming into this at bat. The bespectacled infielder from Stockton, California. Mahalski, 1-0 pitch. Mathis fouls that out of here towards the nearby corrals in Weyburn.
Foul ball. Remember, return all foul balls to the beer shanty for $1.
We'll do the roll call here. Let me know where you're watching this game from. Feel free to tweet at me at Ryan_Schweitzer, SWITZER. Zach Mathis continues to hit everything as he singles into right field. Baseballs are looking like beach balls to some of these Beaver hitters, I tell you, in the postseason. Jimenez, Mathis, Widener, Wiggins, Flores, all hitting 400 or above coming into this game in the postseason. Shortstop Evan Widener with 1 on and 1 out. We'll go through the 57 starting lineup defensively in just a moment as Mahalski strike 1 on the fastball. Matt Mahalski pitching to John Baeta. Bodie Cooper at first. Cole Thibodeau's playing second tonight. Brett Esai at short. Riley Campbell at third. Blake Adams in left. Matt Bondarchuk in center. Starting in right field, Nick Kanyas. Kanyas, I would say, has been the 57's MVP through the first 2 games of this series as fastball past Evan Widener. Some high heat from Matt Mahalski, and the count is 0-2. Ulysses Fluellen on deck with 1 away here in the bottom of the first. A scoreless tie between Swift Current and Weyburn thus far. Off-speed pitch, and Widener fouls that down the third base line towards the tarp here in Weyburn. 57's had to drive through some serious rain to get here today, as a weather system that brought an ample amount of precipitation blew through the southeast between 3 and 4 o'clock today. However, the clouds have parted, and it looks all good for this game number 3 of the WNBL Eastern Final. 0-2 pitch. Mahalski. Breaking ball. Widener singles. And the opportunistic Zach Mathis scampers all the way to third base. 57's throw that ball away, but everyone ordered to stay put. Here's Ulysses Fluellen. Touch the ground. Touch the ground. Stretch, stretch, touch the hat. And hat. Step into the batter's box and readjust the batter helmet by the bill. And good to go. The big Ulysses Fluellen. 1 down and 2 on for him. And Fluellen threatening here. Mahalski low and away, as pitchers tend to throw to the product from Alabama. Fluellen, his second summer in the WNBL. Four runs batted in 5 playoff games for Fluellen in this postseason. Count 0-1. Fluellen, opposite field shot. Beavers are going to go up at least 1 here as 1 comes in to score. They're sending the runner home. And putting on the brakes at third is Evan Widener, but an RBI single the opposite way by Ulysses Fluellen, and the Beavers are on the board first here in Weyburn, 1-0. Shout out to the DeBonvilles enjoying the webcast. We hope you're enjoying it anyway in Silverthorne, Colorado. Anthony Wiggins, 1 down, runners on the corners, already a 1-0 Beaver lead. Matt Mahalski. Change up outside, 1-0 count. Ulysses Fluellen scoring Zach Mathis with an RBI single to put the Beavers up 1 here. Fastball low and away, fouled off.
I guess you can say they're horsing around with it. If they keep yelling, their voices are going to be quite hoarse.
1-1 pitch. Mahalski. Ground ball, Wiggins. Fielded nicely by Corey Curtis, assistant coach for the Weyburn Beavers. Corey and Phil Curtis, coaches here in Weyburn. 5 tries to try and get to the WMBL final. They're 1 win away from doing so. In their way, the defending champion, Swift Current 57's. Our team, which has done such a good job representing Swift. Ground ball hit to Cole Thibodeau. They get the 4-3, but a run comes in to score. And the Beavers up a quick deuce here in the bottom of the first.
Now to the plate, number 18, Carlos.
It's a good one.
Carlos Flores, the reigning player of the week in the WMBL. Matt Mahalski. Flores almost swings himself out of his shoes on that first offering. And it's 0-1. No shortage of confidence on this Weyburn squad. Flores again. Another big hack with cruel intentions. Strike 2 with 2 away. Ready on ready matchup. We'll see if Mahalski goes low and away to Flores here. Or perhaps the popular fastball up. Fastball up and away. 1-2 with 2 down. One on, that's Ulysses Fluellen, who has an RBI this inning. A quick 2-0 Weyburn Beaver lead. 1-2 pitch. Flores redirects that fastball into the gear of John Baeta, and the count remains 1-2. "18 pitches so far thrown by Matt Mahalski here in the bottom of the first inning. Flores, 1-2, 2 away. Ground ball. High hopper, Brett Esau has to jump to bring that in, and not in time to get Flores. And Ulysses Fluellen is looking to get caught in a rundown here. 57's. And Cole Thibodeau finally applies the tag. So Carlos Flores legs out an infield single. Ulysses Fluellen tries to sneak in the back door, and the 57's get him, but the Weyburn Beavers touch up Swift to the tune of 2 runs here in the bottom of the first inning. 2-0 Weyburn. When will the floodgates open for Swift? With so much talent on their team, you gotta think it's gonna happen sooner or later. Top of 2 on the way.
Tom and Jerry episode.
And more. Everything is 15.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Chubbuck, Idaho's Bodie Cooper leads off for the 57's here in the top of the second. Quick 2-0 lead for the Weyburn Beavers as they put up 2 in the bottom of the first. Bodie Cooper, Nick Conyas, Mason Brown due up for Swift Current. Now this is 3 hitters that have hit well thus far in the postseason for the 57's. Bodie Cooper coming into this game hitting 4 hundo, Conyas 375, Brown 333. Young Carson Perkins on the mound, and that fastball is up, and it's a quick 3-0 count to Bodie Cooper. Perkins likely to go fastball with the count 3-0 as the right-handed pitcher catches the outside part of the plate on that 82-mile-an-hour fastball. (3-1) pitch. Ball 4 to Bodie. 57's have their first base runner of this contest, as first baseman Bodie Cooper takes a walk. San Antonio's Nick Conyas to the plate. .57's WNBL lead in regular season home runs with 51 of them. League lead in stolen bases. One of the league's top teams in batting average, consistently in the top 3 all season long. Don't know if it's an issue of if the offense will start coming to the 57's, but when, and when it does, will it be too late? Nick Conyas tops that baseball, hit foul down the first base line. Brady Nygaard grabs the baseball and gives it back to starting pitcher Carson Perkins. I would speculate if Game 4 would be necessary in this series, Landon Mostelar would go for the Weyburn Beavers and Mitch Giberson for the Swift Current 57's. It's a must-win game for Swift Current. Their first must-win game since summer of 2015, when they trailed the Lethbridge Bulls 2-0 in a playoff series, as Conyas fouls that out of here. Swift Current a 9-0 playoff run last year to capture the 2016 league championship, and the Weyburn Beavers in 57's, their playoff history as we get set for a 1-2 pitch to Nick Conyas. In recent history, 75-mile-an-hour breaking ball inside. These teams met in the playoffs. 2013, 57's win. 2014, 57's win. 2015, Weyburn got first in the division and lost to the Regina Red Sox in the second round just prior to the league final. 2016, 57's series win in the playoffs, and now 2017, Weyburn. Can they finally advance to a WNBL final? They've come close. They've had the horses to do it, but success in the month of August has eluded them. Fastball hit up by Conyas. Third baseman Zach Mathis makes the catch.
Down to the plate, designated hitter number 9, Mason Brown.
57's 2014. They lost in the WNBL Finals to the Medicine Hat Mavericks. 2015, the team miraculously made the playoffs, losing out in the first round against the Lethbridge Bulls. That was prior to the Fort McMurray Brooks expansion when there were crossovers, so a team from Saskatchewan would play an Alberta team potentially in the first round. And then, of course, 2016, Swift Current winning it all, that league championship. Less than a year ago, the party began in Edmonton. And if our 57's want to get back to the league dance, they got to win 3 in a row against the Weyburn Beavers. Brown, high hopper, right back to Perkins. Bobbles the ball, recovers and makes the throw to first. Runner does advance to second.
Now going to the plate, our way cool refrigeration beer batter for tonight's game. Number 11, Brett Esau.
Brett Esau, 259 in the postseason.
If our beer batter fails to safely make it to first base for the next 5 minutes, it's 2 beer for $8.
Esau was absolutely punishing balls in batting practice today. First pitch, fastball in. Just out in left field, out back there, you got the hockey rink and the curling rink here in Weyburn. And Brett Esau was pounding balls towards those facilities today in batting practice. Swings and misses at that offering from Carson Perkins, and it's a 1-1 count. Count is 2-1 to Esau. Thomas Eldon and the Goodall family checking in on Twitter as well. Wishing everyone well out in British Columbia, where forest fires have wrought havoc with the lower mainland out there. Goodall family, glad you're safe and sound out on the island there, but smoky conditions all over the province of British Columbia. On days the wind blows right, we see some of that forest fire smoke in the prairie provinces out here in Saskatchewan as well. Curveball to Esau. He gets a piece of that and drills it to left field. Catch is made by Wiggins, though. Allowed out, but an out nonetheless. Top of 2 is in the books.
2 beer for $8.
And still a 2-0 Weyburn Beaver lead. Matt Mahalski on the mound when we return with 57's baseball.
We're going to go get the water.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Brady Nygaard from Mayville, North Dakota, leading off for Weyburn here in the bottom of the second. 2-0 Weyburn lead. Funny hop on Brett Esau, but he negotiates that nicely. Makes the throw just in the nick of time to first. Brett Esau has done an admirable job at shortstop in the playoffs. It's not a position that Esau played a lot of this summer and in school, but he's adjusted to it nicely. 57's nicked up with injuries as Grant Van Scoy and Kyle McDonald were unable to participate in the postseason, and that's been a big difference for the 57's. Van Scoy, a smooth short-handed, or a smooth skill-handed shortstop, that's what I'm trying to say, as you'll see in this league. And Kyle McDonald, a power-hitting first baseman. With the loss of those two, you're forced to pull Brett Esau from elsewhere. And a first-team All-Star catcher in Bodie Cooper is forced to play first base. So the 57's with depth, but in this series, certainly missing Van Scoy and McDonald. As Zach Frazier, left field. Blake Adams dives and makes the catch. Blake Adams reading that ball well. And dropping his body position to make that catch.
Now batting, number 6, Brett Young.
And now Brett Young, who's hitting .250 in the postseason, number 9 hitter, who's played some good center field for Weyburn. Brett Young out of Lodi, California. Just south of Sacramento as he hits that into left field. It's a single. And Blake Adams having an adventure with that ball, allowing Young time to scamper up the I-5 to second base there.
Now to the plate, number 7, Luis Jimenez.
And now Luis Jimenez. Top of the order. Jimenez grounded out to Brett Esai his last time up. Matt Mahalski, pitch in the dirt. Weyburn Beavers, for the most part, able to keep their team intact here. No big injuries, no players departing. Last series, you had the 57's, minus Grant Van Scoy and minus Kyle McDonald as that pitch gets past Baeta and Young advances to third. So 57's with no Van Scoy and McDonald, Moose Jaw Miller Express, no Zach Fascia, no Lane Harvey after game 1. .57's, I wouldn't say they limped into this round 2 series against the Weyburn Beavers, but came in without a couple of key components to their batting order and infield. And the Beavers thus far have been able to exploit some weaknesses. Let's check our out-of-town scoreboard and see what's happening out west here. As Medicine Hat and Edmonton, that series tied at 1, shifting back to Remax Field in Edmonton as Matt Mahalski paints the outside corner. 3-1 count to Luis Jimenez. Edmonton and Med Hat are scoreless. Ball 4 to Jimenez. Zach Mathis to the plate now.
Now batting, number 36, Zach Mathis.
In amongst the people of Weyburn. Here at Tom Lang Park, our booth just above the stands. I'd like to say a big thanks to the Weyburn Beavers organization. Oh, through Esau. One will score. Funny hop on the native of Meadow Lake. And the runner thrown out at third base, but a run does come in to score. Weyburn Beavers playing aggressive.
Umpire's call, the run scores 3-0 after 2.
There you go. Beavers up 3-0. They get the runner at third, but Zach Mathis, reliable with runners on, takes advantage of a funny hop, and the Beavers up a field goal. Bottom of 3 on the way. 57's baseball for Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. as in it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sales selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
And then when we go,
John Baeta to the plate.
introducing John Baeta.
John Baeta, Cole Thibodeau, and Riley Campbell. Due up for Swift. Baeta, low velocity ball. Mathis, throw to first in time, and everything is coming up Beavers.
Down to the plate, number 1, Cole Thibodeau.
Nice play by Zach Mathis.
Introducing John Baeta.
So Cole Thibodeau, the native of Omaha, Nebraska. First pitch from Carson Perkins is ball 1. Thibodeau representing the number 9 spot in the batting order. Perkins, 29 pitches in this game. Here comes number 30. It's a fastball into Thibodeau. Strike 1, 1-1 the count. Another fastball in. Not much of a different spot than the last pitch. This one, however, makes the count 2-1.
Is that what? What happened? Oh, you flexed too hard, I understand.
Thibodeau shatters his bat and singles into center field.
Wait.
Lumber shrapnel in the infield.
Down to the plate, number 8, Riley Campbell.
As Cole Thibodeau creates kindling and potentially some offense. A 1-out single.
That was awesome.
And that cue will get disposed of. Riley Campbell to the plate now. Top of the order for the 57's. Campbell flew out to center field his last at plate endeavor. Probably between 400 and 500 on hand here in Weyburn. Righty on righty, outside corner painted by Perkins. And it's a 1-0 count.
That's the best I can do.
No shortage of fans here in Weyburn. Sitting at the picnic tables under the roof there. Yeah, probably around 500 here at Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. Biggest crowd I've ever seen in this park. They call it Beaver Fever here in Weyburn.
I know another fever that sounds like that, but I don't want to get it.
And this community of around 13,000 appears to have caught the Beaver Fever. 57's looking to spoil the party here tonight with Weyburn up 2-0 in this best of 3. 3-0 Weyburn leads it, top of the third inning. Cole Thibodeau in motion, hit and run as Riley Campbell singles up the middle. And Cole Thibodeau better scamper back to second base as that ball's thrown away. Bit of an adventure there. And through it all, Campbell singles. Thibodeau advances to second. Blake Adams to the plate. Pardon me. Adams on bat boy duty. Matt Bondarchuk making his way up now. Bondarchuk rounded out to short his last time up. Early in this one, 2 on for Swift. '57's down a field goal, needs something from Bondarchuk here with 1 away and runners on at first and second. The team RBI leader Blake Adams on deck. Adams setting that record for the most runs batted in the season. To set an RBI record, I mean, you need to have a capable guy at the plate, but you need to have good guys hitting in front of him as well. And a big reason Adams had the opportunity to break that record. Bondarchuk and Riley Campbell getting themselves on base consistently. And giving the big dog Adams a chance to feast with men on. Adams on deck. Bondarchuk at the plate. 2 runners on here. Breaking ball in the dirt. 2-1 the count. Fastball in low, and it's 3-1. Starter Carson Perkins for the Weyburn Beavers didn't throw a ball in the first inning. Walked Bodie Cooper to lead off the second. And 2 on here in the third. Strike 2, fastball, 82 miles an hour to Bondarchuk. And the count is full with 1 away here in the top of the third inning. 57's down 3-0. Low to mid-80s fastball out of the right hand of Perkins. And Bondarchuk is going to walk to load the bases. And this is a big situation for the 57's. Blake Adams making his way to the plate. The team RBI leader with the bases loaded and 1 down. Infield meeting, Zach Mathis having a chat with Zach Frazier and starter Carson Perkins. So Blake Adams, bases loaded, and only 1 down. 57's down by 3. High stakes at bat here in the third inning. One 1-0 count to Adams. Bodie Cooper on deck, who walked his last time up. Fastball outside. 2-0 count to Adams. '57's held off the scoreboard last night in their home park. Can Blake Adams help kick the door open here in Weyburn? Adams sitting on fastball with the count 2-0. Fouls that one out of the park. Just missing low. And it's a 2-1 count to the native of Longview, Texas. Fastball up. 3-1. Three-one pitch, bases loaded. Adams cues that one off the end of the bat foul, and it's a full count. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. 57's have loaded the bases here in the top of the third. They trail at 3-0. Blake Adams with the bases loaded. Carson Perkins says no to the first few signals offered. Breaking ball with the count 3-2. And a run comes in via the walk as Cole Thibodeau will touch home plate. And Blake Adams taking the curveball with the count 3-2. And the bases loaded for Bodie Cooper. Phil Curtis is going to come out and have a chat with his young pitcher. The WNBL Coach of the Year, Phil Curtis, his 5th tour in Weyburn. Makes his way off the field.
Now batting number 5, Bodie Cooper.
Bodie Cooper. A 400 hitter in the postseason. 7 regular season home runs for Bodie. First pitch, she fouls that off. Carson Perkins. Fastball, 84 miles an hour, catches the outside corner of the plate. And the count is 0-2 to Bodie. Bases loaded, 1 down, 3-1 the score. Blake Adams taking a bases loaded walk. Three-one pitch. Curveball. Stays up. Bodie taking on the 0-2. Curveball just up on an 0-2. Not the conventional pitch selection. 1-2 pitch. Heat low and away. And Bodie needs to take a minute for some bat maintenance. Bodie making sure that that genuine powerized lightning strike Louisville slugger feels just right. Count 2-2. Carson Perkins. Fastball up, full count to Bodie. '57's have scored one here in the top of the third. It's a 3-1 Weyburn Beaver lead. Carson Perkins, 3-2 pitch. Cooper hits that ball to left field. Carlos Flores makes the catch for the second out. Riley Campbell thought about heading home. Throw comes in. And Campbell taken off the base at third, but safe as he scurried in underneath the tag applied by Evan Widener.
Now to the plate number 26,
Nick Kanyas coming up to bat now. 57's holding Riley Campbell at third on that fly ball to left field. 2 down for Nick Conyas, who's hitting .360 in the postseason. 2 down, bases loaded. Fastball to Conyas for strike 1. Breaking ball inside, righty versus lefty, and 1-1 with 2 away here. One pitch, fastball, Conyas hits that to right field. Hard off the bat head, but Ulysses Fluellen with that massive reach. Reaches up and pulls that ball down. Conyas flies out to right field. 3 are left stranded. 1 comes in to score. And we will head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's a 3-1 Weyburn Beaver lead. Back with more 57's baseball in just a moment. Brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
That is program number 915. Take your program to the beer shed.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
Thank you to Swift Current Building Supplies for providing the materials for the new patio at Mitchell Field.
See Swift Current Building Supplies for all types of lumber, kitchen hardware, tools, power tools, fence, and shed packages.
At your one stop, we carry everything shop for building and renovation.
Building supplies, farm and ranch, construction, paints, and decor. Swift Current Building Supplies, Swift Current's complete home and farm building supply center. Highway 1 West.
As we come out of commercial, Evan Widener, the shortstop for the Weyburn Beavers, singles to lead things off for the home team here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Widener now 2 for 2 this game. 3-4-5 due up for Weyburn here in the bottom of the 3rd. Evan Widener, Ulysses Fluellen, and Anthony Wiggins. Shout out to friend of the show, Swift Current Mayor Dennis Perot. Watching this one from back in Swifty. Dennis, a big 57's fan, made it to every game that he could in the regular season and postseason. And his worship leading the city in hoping that Swift Current can rally from this 2-0 deficit and this 3-1 Weyburn Beaver lead. Mitchell Field, one of the nicest ballparks on the Canadian prairies, and we want to play more baseball there. Ulysses Fluellen working against Matt Mahalski, the 57's pitcher. And the count is 0-2. Runner on at first, none out here, bottom of the 3rd inning. Fluellen tops that ball. Riley Campbell charges it. Nice athletic play, but sails it over top of Bodie Cooper. And the 57's, on a good day, that's a 5-3. But runners are on the corners and none out.
Now batting, number 14, Anthony Wiggins.
Riley Campbell charging that ball. Maybe slid a little bit on the wet grass. And the throw coming in hot to first. And nobody out here with runners on the corners. Pitch gets away from John Baeta. And Ulysses Fluellen, with those long strides, gallops to second base. The sun setting in the western sky over this south-facing ballpark. Left field, third base, and short. We're going to have to deal with that bright sun. Pretty substantial rainfall blowing through southeast Saskatchewan about 3 hours before game time here, as that baseball is drilled into the backstop by Anthony Wiggins. Two-one count. Anthony Wiggins out of Chula Vista, California. Breaking ball in from Mahalski, 3-1, the count to Wiggins.
Might be hard.
Over. There's Sean Chandler in the bullpen as Anthony Wiggins. Base hit into right field, one scores. And Wiggins heading to second base. 4-1 Beaver lead.
Now coming to the plate, number 3, Carlos Torres.
Here comes Joe. And Joe may be summoning Sean Chandler at this point. Joe checking the bullpen on his way out to see if Chandler was ready, and the tall right-hander from Nebraska is. Sean Chandler, right-handed pitcher out of Bellevue, Nebraska, drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers in the 32nd round out of high school. The 6'5" right-hander. We've gunned him at 92 miles an hour in this postseason, as he saw action in Moose Jaw in game number 3. Mahalski, 2 innings of work, 9 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned.
Number 39, Sean Chandler.
Facing 14 hitters. We'll give Sean Chandler a chance to warm up, and we'll be back with more of the bottom of the third inning. 4-1 Weyburn. This is 57's Baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Greek or Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
Sean Chandler gunned him at 92 miles an hour in Moose Jaw in game number 3 of the WNBL playoffs, where his 4 2/3 innings of work in Moose Jaw was a real turning point in the series, which at the time was tied 1-1. So Sean Chandler, a key component in the 57's round 1 win over the Moose Jaw Miller Express. comes on here in the bottom of the third with his team down 4-1. Runners on at second and third, nobody away, and the defending league player of the week, Carlos Flores, at the plate. Flores from Guayanilla, Puerto Rico. First pitch from Sean Chandler. Gives him the gas. And a 1-0 count. Overhand righty Sean Chandler. 6'5", so that ball coming at you from way up there. Swinging strike by Flores, 1-1. Painting the outside corner. 89-mile-an-hour fastball, 1-2. One-two pitch. Sean Chandler. Touches 90 with that pitch off the backstop. 1-2. Home plate umpire calls time as Carlos Flores trying to get that batter's box feeling just right as he digs in that back foot. Exhale from Chandler. Breaking ball this time, lined into the mid of Cole Thibodeau. They almost double up the runner at second base. Off-speed pitch, Flores lines out to second. 1 out, 2 on. Fastball for strike one. Nygaard grounded out to Brett Esau at short his last time up. 0-1 count. One away here. Bottom of the third inning. Beavers lead at 4-1. Fastball clocked at 89. Fouled out.
That's another Barber Motors auto body foul ball. Return all foul balls to the beer shack for $1.
Nygaard goes down swinging as Sean Chandler takes care of him in 3 pitches. First strikeout of the game from the native of Bellevue, Nebraska.
Now coming to the plate, number 17, Zach Frazier.
Zach Frazier with 2 out and 2 on. Fastball from Chandler, strike one. Steady diet of number ones with the occasional slider mixed in so far, what we've seen from Sean Chandler working against the Beavers. 0-1. Goes back to that fastball, swinging strike two by Frazier. Weyburn Beavers still runners at second and third. Haven't been able to advance them since Sean Chandler came in. Chandler count 0-2. Breaking ball, low, blocked by Baeta, count 1-2. Not now. 1-2. 88 miles an hour, low and away. Chandler was halfway back to the dugout as he figured he painted the outside corner on that pitch, but he's summoned back for a 2-2. Runners on at first and second by Ada and Chandler, getting on the same page. Count 2-2 to Zach Frazier. Chandler's going to have to throw him at least one more pitch here. .90 miles an hour from Chandler, and again trying to get the benefit of the doubt on that outside corner, but full count. Full count pitch. Sean Chandler. There he goes. Strike three. Two are stranded. Sean Chandler comes in and gets 3 outs. Two of them via the strikeouts. 4-1 lead, though, for the Weyburn Beavers. They strand a couple in the bottom of the third. Top of the fourth, Swifty's got some catching up to do. We'll be back with the 57's on the sticks in just a moment.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. This webcast brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino. Glad you could join us tonight for an evening of baseball at Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. Do or die for the Swift Current 57's. Do or die, backs against the wall. Lose and go home. It's been a day filled with cliches for must-win scenarios for the 57's. Mason Brown to the plate, leading off. .318 batting average in the postseason. Grounded out to the pitcher last time he was up. Swift Current had one 3-game losing skid in the regular season. They do not want history to repeat. Swift Current 33 wins in the regular season, 3 in the postseason. It's a team that's won 36 times. And they're looking for win number 37 to stay alive. Count 2-0, Carson Perkins working against Mason Brown. Perkins, Game 3 starter. Line drive, Brown up the middle, off the mound. Luis Jimenez, throw to first. Brady Nygaard splits his legs in a way that looks painful yet reminiscent of Jean-Claude Van Damme. And Brown grounds out to second base. Great athleticism, showcased by the second baseman Jimenez and the first baseman Nygaard.
Number 11, Brett Esau. If our beer batter fails to safely make it to first base for the next 5 minutes, it's 2 beer for $8.
Brett Esau today in batting practice was hitting balls like he was mad at him, as he sent many over the left field wall. Carson Perkins, 3 1/3. 61 pitches out of his right hand as Esau fouls that offering into the screen. 1-1 the count. Fastball from Perkins, mid to low 80s. Count 1-1 with the lights on here at Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. That pitch is letter high. 2-1 the count to Brett Esau. Esau, line shot hard at Zach Mathis.
And with that, for the next 5 minutes, it's 2 beer for $8.
That is what they call a loud out.
Now batting number 32, Neil Baida.
John Baeta to the plate. Fastball up to Baeta. 2 out, none on here. Baeta fouls that off of himself. Count is 1-1 with 2 away. Two-one pitch with 2 down. Baeta sends one up the middle, and he'll get himself on base.
Now batting number 1, Cole Ito.
57's third hit of the ball game. They trail 4-1. Carson Perkins, 3.2 innings of work, allowing 3 hits, 1 earned run, striking out 1 and walking 3. '57's looking to keep a season that's been good on the field and off the field going. A renewed sense of community involvement by the players and board members in 2017. Success on the field, a 33-win season. I don't want to say the on-field success of the team has become taken for granted, but a 30-plus win season is now somewhat expected out of Joe Carnahan and his team, and anything less than a championship is considered to be a disappointment. Thibodeau with a shot to right field. That'll one-hop Ulysses Fluellen. And back-to-back singles by hitters 8 and 9 in the 57's batting order. Have 2 on and 2 out here.
Now to the plate, number 8, Riley Campbell.
Riley Campbell, who's 1 for 2. Campbell 346 in the postseason. 1-0 count to Campbell. Two out, 2 on. Top of the order for Swift, bottom of the fourth. 4-1 Beaver lead. Pitch gets by Frazier. Runners advance to second and third. John Baeta at third. Riley Campbell at the plate. Cole Thibodeau at the top of your screen at second base. Attendance up for the 57's this season, approaching almost all-time high levels. Number I keep hearing is between 40 and 50% up from last season. Campbell checks swing, and it's ineffective bunt, and Perkins feels the 1-3. So Riley Campbell checks the swing, inadvertently makes contact, and that'll do it for the top of the fourth inning. Bottom of 4 on the way, 4-1 Weyburn. This is 57's Baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to 57's Baseball. Another inning of work for Sean Chandler, who came on in relief in the third inning. 3 consecutive outs with runners on at second and third, striking out 2. Chandler has been a playoff performer for the 57's. Chandler, that Game 3 appearance, striking out 6 and walking 1. Key part in the 57's 3-1 best-of-5 series win over the Moose Jaw Miller Express. 9-1-2 due up for Weyburn here in the bottom of the fourth. Fastball in, ball 1. One-0 count. Fastball. Young hits it to center field. Matt Bondarchuk underneath that ball for the first out of the bottom of the fourth. Luis Jimenez leading off, or the leadoff hitter.
Number 7, Luis Jimenez.
Jimenez is grounded out and walked in this one. Bottom of fourth and a 4-1 Weyburn Beaver lead. And 88 miles an hour right into the lower half of Jimenez. He's not happy about that, and he'll get the escort to first base.
Now coming to the plate, number 36, Zach Mathis.
Sean Chandler, 13 appearances in the regular season, 17 innings of work, allowing 7 hits, striking out 22 and walking 20. Effectively wild could be one way to describe Chandler. Luis Jimenez on at first. Jimenez in motion. Baeta. Throw one hops Brett Esau. Swipe bag for Luis Jimenez, who was visibly frustrated after getting hit by that pitch and taking out some of that aggression by swiping second. A 1 count to Mathis. As it was a strike, first pitch to him, 80 miles an hour from Sean Chandler. 89 miles an hour. Fastball in. 0-2. As that pitch caught the inside part of the plate. Mathis representing the number 2 spot in the Beavers batting order, Evan Widener. Up next. With the count 0-2. Fastball high from Sean Chandler, 1-2. Chandler, 20 pitches, 13 for strikes or contact. Fastball redirected into the backstop by Zach Mathis. Mathis has seen ball and been able to hit ball in the WNBL playoffs. .467 batting average. That's fouled out of here towards the parking lot. St. Pierre family joining our webcast from Windsor, Ontario. Hoping that the Swift Current 57's, as we all are, can find a way to turn things around here. We welcome all friends and family tuning in who are related and watching for Weyburn Beaver players. Should Weyburn win tonight, we certainly wish them well in the WNBL final against either Edmonton or Medicine Hat, but this is the 57's Homer broadcast. We're not ready to be done for the year yet. 2-2 pitch, 1 down. 89-mile-an-hour fastball hits straight up by Zach Mathis. And John Baeta makes the catch at the backstop. 2 down. Zach Mathis has been squaring up on pitches this series, but he got underneath that one, and he flies out to the catcher. Evan Widener to the plate now. Widener 2 for 2. Fastball sent into the backstop by Widener. 0-1 count. Sean Chandler, 1.2 innings of work, striking out 2. This will be the 7th batter that he's faced. Widener, shot to center field. Matt Bondarchuk makes the catch for the 3rd out of the bottom of the 4th. Top of the 5th coming up. It's a 4-1 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. Swift Currents will try and right the offensive ship when we return with 57's baseball.
Here are the numbers that you should have scratched off so far tonight. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Johnny.
Welcome back to 57's baseball. Who do we got here? 2, 3, 4 due up for Swift. Matt Bondarchuk, Blake Adams, Bodie Cooper. Top of the 5th, 4-1 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. 57's with their backs against the wall here. Matt Bondarchuk, ground ball. Evan Widener, 2-hopper. Throw to first in time to take care of the speedy center fielder.
Now batting number 24, Blake Adams.
Blake Adams, bases loaded walk to account for Swift Current's lone run in this one. Last time he was up. This 57's offense put on quite the spectacle in the 2017 regular season. Blake Adams, Brett Esau, Bodie Cooper, Keel Crumweedy. So many guys capable of doing some damage with the long ball, and then you throw in the base-stealing acumen of Riley Campbell and Matt Bondarchuk, not to mention Blake Adams, who swiped a lot of bags as well. An electrifying offensive year, and Blake Adams launches one to left field, hit back, off the wall. Adams scampers to second base. That took a funny hop off the wall. No one's going to be able to get to it in time, and Blake Adams stands up at third.
Now batting number 5, Bodie Cooper.
And that is just what the doctor ordered for the 57's here in the top of the 5th. Blake Adams pounding one off the wall in left center. And with one out, runner on at third base, and Bodie Cooper at the plate. Bodie's walked and flown out to left field in this one. He now hits .385 in the postseason. Bodie, big swing at the first offering from Carson Perkins. Perkins 4 1/3, allowing 5 hits, 1 earned run, striking out 1 and walking 3. Low to mid-80s fastball. He's got a curveball and a changeup to go with it. Goes to that curveball. Bodie's just underneath it. Fly ball to shallow right. And Luis Jimenez with the over-the-shoulder catch, and he hurries that ball into the infield to hold Blake Adams at third base, 2 down. That was a tough catch by Luis Jimenez. It looked like Ulysses Fluellen in right didn't get a good read on that ball, so Jimenez had to venture out into the outfield grass to make that high degree of difficulty catch. Nick Conyers, check swing, fouls it away.
That's another Marker Motorizano body foul ball. Remember to return all foul balls to your check for $1.
57's have left 5 on this game. 4-1 Weyburn Beaver lead. Conyers, fly ball, shallow center field. Brett Young's going to have to hurry. Dives and makes the catch. Brett Young. Nice job getting that catch. Bottom of 5 coming up, 4-1 Weyburn.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
There's a lot of variables that go into winning a WNBL championship. One of the big keys is getting hot at the right time and having your best players being your best players in the key parts of the year. Being a good team in June is one thing in the WNBL. Being a good team in August is another. And the Weyburn Beavers appear to be firing on all cylinders. Pitching, hitting, and defense are all seemingly peaking for the Beavers in mid-August. As Ulysses Fluellen steps up in a 4-5-6, bottom of the 5th for the Weyburn Beavers. A highlight reel catch by Brett Young moments ago, stranding 1 for the Swift Current 57's. 4-1 Beaver lead, bottom of the 5th inning. Sean Chandler facing Ulysses Fluellen. Like this matchup here. Fluellen, a power hitter from Alabama. Chandler, gas-throwing right-hander from Nebraska. 6'5" versus 6'3". Hard pitcher versus power hitter, 87 miles an hour. Past Fluellen, 2 strikes against Ulysses here. Two physical specimens battling it out here in the 5th. Fastball up, 1-2. One-two pitch. 87 miles an hour takes care of Fluellen, 1 down. Third strikeout of the game by Chandler.
number 14, Anthony Wiggins.
Anthony Wiggins from Chula Vista, California. One 0 count. Chandler outside, righty on lefty here. One 0 pitch. Fouled off. That'll make things 1-1. Bottom of the fifth, 4-1 lead for the Beavers. Blake Adams with a bases loaded walk to account for Swift Current's 1 run. Beavers with 2 in the first and then 1 in the second and third before Sean Chandler came into the game. 1-1 pitch. Fastball catches the outside part of the plate. 2-1. Thought Chandler had strike 2 there, but just a tad out. Two-one pitch. Ball's redirected off the catcher's mask of John Baeta. Baeta and Chandler. Maybe crossed up on the signals there. Looked like a breaking ball thrown by Sean Chandler to Baeta on that pitch. Fastball fouled out of here. Two-two pitch with 1 away. Fastball. Center field, Matt Bondarchuk makes that catch. Anthony Wiggins flies out to 8. And now Carlos Flores. Flores, infield single and lined out to second base. So we got good wood on one ball that resulted in him being put out. And a not very good swing on something that turned into a single for Flores. His 1 for 2 evening thus far. 2 down here in the fifth, bottom of. 4-1 Weyburn lead. Swift Current playing in their first must-win game since the summer of 15 against the Lethbridge Bulls. Breaking ball from Sean Chandler, 73 miles an hour. Complement his high 80s fastball that is at times touched 90 tonight. Fastball low and away. Bottom of the fifth inning, 4-1 lead. 1-1 count to Carlos Flores, who represents the number 6 spot in Weyburn's batting order. Brady Nygaard on deck. One pitch with 2 away. Flores, opposite field shot to right field. Nick Conyas makes the catch, 3 away. Another 3 up, 3 down inning for Sean Chandler in the 57's, top of the 6th on the way. Swift still needing some runs. It's 4-1 Weyburn. Back with the 6th inning after this.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball on the road in Weyburn. As you drive into the community of Weyburn, just over a 3-hour drive away from Swift Current along Highway number 1 and then a little bit of a jaunt southeast, there's a sign that says the Opportunity City. And Weyburn, with their first opportunity to advance to the WNBL Finals. Since the WNBL formed in the late 90s, evolving from the SNBL, Weyburn spent much of the first decade of the league as whipping boys in the East, consistently missing the playoffs or scrapping their way in. And then the recruiting rules changed. Some say it was to encourage more parity in the league, and it did that. And then the Weyburn Beavers, under the direction of Coach Phil Curtis, this is Phil's 5th year in Weyburn, won the WNBL Coach of the Year award. The Beavers have had some twists and turns. Could this be the year when they finally make it to the league final? And they'll have home field advantage in the league final. Whoever wins this series, Swift Current or Weyburn, will get home field against either Edmonton or Medicine Hat. Breaking ball from Carson Perkins, 2-2 count. Weyburn's made the playoffs the last 5 years. Never passed round 2, though. 4 of those 5 years eliminated by Swift Current. Makes one think of the movie Talladega Nights. I don't know if you're a big fan of Will Ferrell movies, but Weyburn and Swift Current, there's some mutual respect between those two teams. Joe Carnahan, I know he considers Phil and Corey Curtis, the coaches here in Weyburn, close personal friends of his. Weyburn, always finishing just behind Swift Current. Will this be the year? Cal Naughton Jr. beats Ricky Bobby. Mason Brown fouls that into Zach Frazier. Weyburn finishing in second place behind Swift Current in the regular season in the East. But they lead the 57's 2-0 here in this best of 3, top of the 6th inning. 57's down 4-1. Mason Brown has had a good postseason for Swift Current. He's at the plate now, battling away with Carson Perkins. Brown hitting .304. Perkins is about to deliver his 90th pitch of this ball game as creatures start to stir in Weyburn's bullpen. Perkins, 89 pitches to get through 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, striking out 1 and walking 3. The 18-year-old from Beanfate surrenders a single to Mason Brown, as the native of Littleton, Colorado, belts that baseball into left field to give the 57's a base runner here in the top of the 6th.
Now coming to the plate, our Wake Coolers Refrigeration beer batter for tonight's game. Number 11, Brent Esau. If our beer batter fails to safely make it to first base for the next 5 minutes, it's
Mason Brown gets high fives from his teammates in the dugout as he is subbed out for a pinch runner. Keel Crumweedy coming in to run for Mason Brown in the 6th inning. Nobody out. Brown gets on and exits the ball game in favor of some mobility on the base pads, and Keel Crumweedy, or pardon me, Thomas de Bonville coming in to pinch run. De Bonville, a July 15th acquisition for the 57's this year, played in Swift last year. A base-stealing specialist for Swift Current throughout most of the regular season last year. De Bonville in at first. Brett Esau, 1-1 count, working against Carson Perkins. Pitch number 98, and that's in the 5-6 gap. Brett Esau singling. De Bonville advances to second base. Esau now 1 for 3 this game. John Baeta to the plate. Baeta represents the number 8 hitter in Swift Current's batting order. Carson Perkins closing in on 100 pitches. Nobody out and 2 on. Baeta representing the tying run. Swift offensively has knocked on the door a few times as Baeta shows bunt, pulls away, ball 1. '57's hit their share of home runs and belted balls. They're going to try and pay the bills with some small ball here. 2-0 count to Baeta. Twice has shown bunt, twice has pulled away. Runners on at first and second. There's some speed on the bases with Thomas de Bonville at second, pinch running for Mason Brown, who singled, and Brett Esau at first. Baeta. High fastball, 3-0. And Zach Frazier to talk to his young pitcher. Can't complain about the playoff starts for the Weyburn Beavers in this series. Garrett Waters, a complete game 12-4 win over the 57's in game 1. Ryan Johnson, 6 strong innings of shutout ball yesterday in game number 2 for the Beavers. And young Carson Perkins thus far has got his team through 5. Approaching 100 pitches, though. Nobody out. Baeta ready to get a bunt down. And a fastball at his eyes walks him to load the bases.
That's a fancy
Now coming to the plate, number 1, Cole Thibodeau.
And Phil Curtis making his way out. Curtis asking young Carson Perkins how he's feeling. Ball one to Cole Thibodeau. Bases loaded, none out here. .57's with an opportunity to strike here in the 6th. Strike called, fastball. .99 pitches thrown thus far by young Carson Perkins. 83-mile-an-hour fastball for ball 2. Century mark pitch for Perkins. Check swing, fastball. 3-1 count with the bases loaded. 57's trailing 4-1. Blake Adams with a bases loaded walk in the top of the 3rd to give Swift Current their 1 run in this ball game. .3-1 pitch. Fastball up, ball 4, bases loaded, 4-2 the score. Cole Thibodeau, who's 2 for 2, draws a walk. And Thomas de Bonville comes in to score. Mason Brown got the ball rolling with a single. Thomas de Bonville then came in to pinch run, and now it's the top of the order for the 57's. And a 102-pitch night is going to be it for Carson Perkins. Leaves the game with his team up 2.
Now in the pitch for the Beavers. Number 20, Bo Rabideau.
Bo Rabideau comes in. This will be the second time the 57's have faced him this series. We'll give Rabideau a chance to warm up, and we'll be back shortly. Bases loaded for the 57's. They now trail by 2, 4-2, top of 6. Back with more after this.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up.
Use your game sense.
Thank you to Swift Current Building Supplies for providing the materials for the new patio at Mitchell Field.
See Swift Current Building Supplies for all types of lumber, kitchen hardware, tools, power tools, fence, and shed packages.
At your one stop, we carry everything shop for building and renovation.
Building supplies, farm and ranch, construction, paints, and decor.
Swift Current Building Supplies, Swift Current's complete home and farm building supply center. Highway 1 West.
Top of the order up for the 57's. Riley Campbell makes his way to the plate. The bases are loaded. There's nobody out. 57's down by 2. Top of the 6th inning. 4th time through the order. Bo Rabideau coming on in relief. First pitch, Riley Campbell. Right back at Rabideau. Runners better hurry. Rabideau, second base. Runner called out at second, but a run comes in to score, and the deficit for Swift Current is but 1. Line drive shot right back at Bo Rabideau. And now the 57's just down by 1. Rabideau in the playoffs, 2 appearances already, 2 innings of work. No runs, no hits, no wins, no losses, no strikeouts, no walks. Rabideau statless thus far, which for a middle relief guy is good. Runners on the corners now, Matt Bondarchuk. Rabideau the sidearm righty with 1 away. Bondarchuk tries a drag bunt down the first baseline. Strike 1 called. Bondarchuk 0 for 2 with a walk. Blake Adams, who tripled in his last at bat, is on deck. '57's 2 runs here in the 6th. 4-3 the lead for the Beavers. Rabideau tries to paint the outside corner. Righty on lefty. Misses. 1-1. One-two pitch. Rabideau. Bondarchuk again tries that bunt down the first base line and rolls foul. 1-2. Bo Rabideau, Paulsbo, Washington product. Low 80s sidearm fastball. From the right-hander. Riley Campbell at first. Campbell checked at first. Campbell, the regular season base stealing leader in the WNBL, takes his lead at first. Bo Rabideau. The guy who had the second most bases in the league is Matt Bondarchuk. Campbell in motion. Beavers anticipating it. Throw to second. Campbell safe. Beavers looked like they were anticipating that. Fastball up to Frazier, who was quick on the release, but a great jump by Riley Campbell. We've said it before, Campbell is Bruce Lee fast. He just gets insane jumps on pitches. And 2-2. Rabideau inside almost hits Bondarchuk. Full count. Empty bag at first now. A 4-3 lead for the Beavers. 57's have put up 2 here in the 6th. Bondarchuk, ground ball. Zach Mathis grabs it. Throw to first. Gets away from the first baseman. Rounding third and heading for home is Riley Campbell. He'll stand up, and Matt Bondarchuk running like people are chasing him to third base, and the 57's 2 come in to score. And the 57's take their first lead of the series.
Now batting number 24, Blake Adams.
5-4 Swift Current lead. We were waiting for the floodgates to open. And the 57's with a 4-run 6th. Blake Adams, off-speed pitch from Rabideau, hit into the backstop. Adams 1 for 2, striking out, walking, and tripling. Adams drills one off the pole here that's holding up the backstop. 2 strikes against him. Game number 3 here in Weyburn. Strike 3, Adams out in front of an off-speed pitch. 2 down.
Now batting number 5, Bodie Cooper.
Bodie Cooper will try and keep a 4-run 6th inning going for Swift Current. Matt Bondarchuk at third base. The Beavers, who have played extremely clean in the infield all series, with an adventure on a 5-3 ground ball that allowed Bondarchuk to move all the way to third base on his at-bat and bring 2 runs in. 0-1 the count to Cooper, 2 away here. Fastball out, righty on righty. A gentle breeze blowing out towards center field. Bodie Cooper, 1-1 pitch. Tops that and redirects that ball into the dugout. 1-2. Nick Conyas on deck. Bodie's flown out twice and walked in this one. The 57's, a team in need of a big inning. And here in the top of the 6th, they've played at 4. 1-2 to Cooper, fastball up. 2-2 now.
No thanks.
2-2 pitch. Cooper, strike 3. 1 is stranded, but 4 score for the 57's. It's a 5-4 lead for Swift. Sean Chandler and the 57's defense will try and keep it that way when we come back with the bottom of the 6th inning. Swift has their first lead of the series. Back with more 57's baseball shortly.
Take your program to the beer tap.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Greek or Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
Top of the 6th inning.
Number 5, Green.
57's put 4 on the board and have their first lead of this series, 5-4 for the 57's now. Sean Chandler getting set for another inning of work. If you know anyone who abandoned ship on the 57's when they were down 4-1 and looking for an offensive spark, text them, tweet at them, reach out and communicate with them and tell them to tune in for what should be a big finish in this one. Sean Chandler, 3 innings of work thus far, striking out 3. First pitch, fastball. Sean Chandler facing Brady Nygaard, number 7 hitter in Beavers batting order. 7, 8, 9 here. Nygaard, Frazier, and Brett Young. Chandler, 1-0 pitch. Fastball, strike 1. 41 pitches thrown by Sean Chandler. 28 for strike or contact, 13 balls. The Weyburn crowd trying to will their Beavers and their home whites on here after the 57's had a 4-run sixth inning rather. Bottom of the 6th is where we are now, 5-4 Swift. In the playoffs, the 57's bullpen has been good. Sean Chandler settling things down in this one. However, with the hard-throwing righty approaching his best before date, Jagger Harjo starts to warm up. 1-2 pitch. Outside and away, 2-2. Chandler, 3 innings of work, striking out 3. Striking out 4. Brady Nygaard goes down swinging for the second time this game. Zach Frazier to the plate.
Now batting, number 17, that's Frazier.
In game 1, with his Weyburn Beavers up 4-3 and the bases loaded, Zach Frazier hit a grand slam home run that took the wind out of the sails of the 57's at the time. That was a key moment in retrospect in this series. And now Frazier will try and provide his team with another spark here. Sean Chandler. First pitch fastball. 0-1. Chandler, fly ball. Riley Campbell at third. Is he going to have room? Yes, he is. Campbell, though, can't squeeze that ball. And Zach Frazier gets another life. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Chandler working against Frazier. And a called strike 3, breaking ball, 2 away.
Now going to the plate, number 6, Brett Young. That's another Barber Motors auto body foul ball. Turn off foul ball with your check for $1. Now pitching for the Beavers, number 23, Brody Stairs. This 50 game brought to you by Century 21 Hometown Realty.
I'm just curious what Brody's hitting on the gun.
Oh, okay.
Please all of them.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the balls and strikes between the 57's and the Weyburn Beavers. Brody Stairs out of Calgary into pitch for the Beavers. Beavers with a capable bullpen. Stairs, veteran in the league. First pitch. Nick Conyas gets a piece of that and hits it into the gap in right center. Conyas rounding first, heading for second. He'll put on the brakes at second base. Double for the native of San Antonio.
Now batting, number 9, Mason Brown.
Thomas DeBonville hitting in the batting order where Mason Brown was. As Brown singled and DeBonville came in to pinch hit for him. And the 57's up a run here. No outs and a man on second. Brody Stairs, one postseason appearance, 2 innings of work in round 1, allowing 2 hits, striking out 1. Thomas DeBonville. Fastball from Stairs. 1-0 count. 57 still warming up Jagger Harjo in their bullpen. Sean Chandler with another solid relief appearance for Swift Current, calming up the Beaver attack. 5-4 Swift leads it as Stairs looks Kanyas back to first. One 1-0 pitch. Fastball from Stairs, just a bit out. Stairs, fastball to Bonville. Tries to bunt that ball. And now it's a 1-2 count. Nick Kanyas on at second base after he led off with a double. Mason Brown leaves the game going 1 for 3. Thomas pinch ran and ended up scoring one of the 57's 4 runs. To Bonville on that changeup. Ground ball to Evan Widener. Widener gets the throw to first just in time to take care of the speedy Thomas de Bonville. Runner advances to third base, though.
Number 11, Brett Easton. If our beer batter fails to safely make it to first base for the next 5 minutes, 2 beer.
We apologize for no play-by-play for the final out of the bottom of the 6th. Let's just say I wasn't feeling too hot, but feel good now. And I don't recommend pregame convenience store chicken before a webcast. Brody Stairs. Needing a few moments for some self-maintenance here. As he takes a brief pause. Runner on at third base, 5-4 lead for the 57's. 1 down, Brett Esau to the plate. Esau 1 for 3, singling his last time up. Brody Stairs, and yes, we can confirm there is a relation to former Major Leaguer Matt Stairs. Matt is Brody's uncle. So some Major Leaguer bloodlines to Stairs. Stairs 15 appearances in the regular season, 26 innings of work, allowing 17 hits. Off-speed pitch. Esau gets a piece of that. 24 strikeouts to 15 walks in 26 innings of work. He was 0-1 with a save. And a not too shabby 1.73 earned run average in 15 appearances. Those are as good a numbers out of the pen as you'll see in this league. Stairs, though, trying to deal with a runner on at third base with only 1 down and Brett Esau at the plate. 1-1 pitch. Stairs fastball hitting about 85. Took something off that pitch as that hit the catcher's mitt at 80. Esau out in front of it. And 1-2. Swift Current trying to cash in a little bit of insurance. They lead at 5-4 in the 7th. Esau fouls that off. 85-mile-an-hour heater. Fastball up to Esau, 1-2. Fastball to Esau, just missing outside. A few umpires in the stands calling strike 3. Chris Shore behind the plate says ball 3, and it's a full count to Esau. Bodie Cooper's family in Chubbuck, Idaho watching online, hoping that the 57's can cash in some insurance here. 3-2 pitch with one away. Stairs. Changeup sent into the backstop by Esau. Count remains full. Evan Widener, you can see the shortstop there with his toes almost on the infield grass. Late innings of this one, wanting to keep everything in front of him. High off-speed pitch from Stairs. Esau strikes out. 2 away.
With the beer batter heading back to the dugout for the next 5 minutes. It's 2 beer for $8 here at
John Baeta to take a turn. Baeta's last 2 at-bats have been a single and a walk.
Number 32, Neil Beata.
Nick Kanyas doubling and then advancing to third on a ground ball out. 2 away here. Brody Stairs to John Baeta. 1-0 count now. '57's with a 5-4 lead after a 4-run 6th. As Swift Current finally found the chink in the armor of the Weyburn Beavers, who have played Swift extremely well through games 1 and 2. John Baeta, 2-0 count. Brody Stairs, right-handed pitcher. Fastball to Baeta, drilled in the 5-6 gap. Some insurance for the 57's. It's 6-4.
Now batting number 1, Cole Thibodeau.
And John Baeta, big at bat, sitting on fastball, hits it in the 5-6 gap. And the 57's go up 2, 6-4. Runner on at first, Cole Thibodeau. Thibodeau, 2 singles and a walk for his evening, the number 9 hitter. Cole now hitting .333 in the postseason. Top of the order on deck and Riley Campbell. Fastball gunned at 84 from Brody Stairs. 0-1 count to Thibodeau. Fastball just catches the southern part of the strike zone, and the count to Thibodeau's 0-2. Jager Harjo's been warming up for the 57's. Sean Chandler, 4 innings of work. Top of the 7th, 6-4 lead by Swift right now. Ball 1 to Thibodeau. .2 pitch. 2 away. Swing and a miss. And that'll do it for the 57's. Cole Thibodeau strikes out. 85-mile-an-hour fastball from the right hand of Brody Stairs. One is stranded, but one scores. Bottom of the 7th coming up. 57's lead by 2. Back with more of our 57's webcast in just a moment. This webcast brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Jagger Harjo in to pitch for the Swift Current squad, who are up by 2. Sean Chandler, 4 innings of work. No runs. No hits. Striking out 5 and facing 13 batters. Sean Chandler has held up his end of the deal. Coming in a hostile situation, quieting the Weyburn bats, and now Jagger Harjo. Jagger, 2 playoff appearances, 3 innings of work, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Striking out 2 and walking 1. ERA in the playoffs of 3. Fastball in the dirt. Gunned at 86, 1-1. Luis Jimenez, curveball from Harjo, ground ball, Esau, on target throw to first. Jimenez retired via the 6-3. Zach Mathis, singling, got on base via an E6. And flew out to the catcher his last time up. Harjo. Off-speed pitch to Mathis. Jagger's fastball 86-87. That changeup 76. And every now and then he'll drop a 70-mile-an-hour curveball in there. 1-1. Pitch low and away. Righty on lefty. 6-4 lead for the 57's. Bottom of the 7th inning. Swift trying to force game 4. Curveball from Jagger. Strike 2. If Swift can force a game 4 tomorrow, that puts a lot of pressure on the Weyburn Beavers all of a sudden to wrap this series up at home. You win games 1 and 2 in the opposition's ballpark in a best of 5. You're expected to close out at home promptly. 2-2, 1 away. Check swing. Did he go? Why are you asking that, umpire? Ask the one at third. And strike 3 called. Shortstop Evan Widener to the plate.
Now batting, number 21, Evan Widener.
Evan Widener, 2 singles in this one. Curveball. Ball 1. That drops in low. Widener 2 runs scored, 2 hits, 429 average. An extended conversation between Weyburn assistant coach Corey Curtis and first base umpire Elmer Jerkovitz. Has pumped the brakes on this one. This looks like it's escalating and getting a bit passionate. And that's the bottom line, because Elmer Jerkovitz said so. Back to the game we go, 1-0 pitch. Shot by Widener, hit to left field, hit back. And the lead for the 57's is 1. 6-5, solo dinger from Widener.
Now batting, number 34, Ulysses Llewellyn.
Something must have been said at field level, because Elmer Jerkovitz followed Widener around the bases and was talking to him the whole way. So I wonder if Widener didn't say something to first base umpire as he rounded first on that home run. Ulysses Llewellyn at the plate now. Shot by Llewellyn. Ground ball. 2-hopper Brett Esau. Tough play to make at first. And Llewellyn is on with 2 away. And the Beavers with a little momentum now.
Number 14, Anthony Wiggins.
Six-5 lead for Swift Current now. Swing and a miss as Anthony Wiggins tried to put the Beavers up by 1 with 1 swing of the bat. Nothing in 1 count. Llewellyn at first. Bottom of the 7th, 6-5 lead for Swift. Harjo, fastball at 87 miles an hour, and Llewellyn thrown out at second base. John Baeta on target. Wiggins will lead off for the Beavers in the bottom of the 8th. Weyburn gets 1 back, a solo home run by Evan Widener. Top of 8 on the way, 6-5. Swifty back with more 57's baseball after this.
$82.50. That is going to ticket number 8.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Ryan Schweitzer calling the balls and strikes in Weyburn between the hometown Beavers and the Swift Current 57's. Landon Mostelar coming in to pitch for the Beavers. Now I would have thought Landon Mostelar would have been the Game 4 starter for the Beavers. They're not saving him for tomorrow. They want to put Swift Current away tonight. Mostelar, 8 appearances. All starts in the regular season. One complete game. It was against the Swift Current 57's when he pitched a 2-hit, 6-2 win. 49 innings of work for Mostelar, allowing 45 hits, 37 strikeouts to 20 walks, 22 earned runs, 3-3 with a 3.98 earned run average as Riley Campbell singles into left. And the leadoff hitter for the 57's is on here in the 8th inning.
Now batting, number 22, Matt Bonderchuk.
Landon Mostelar, 3 regular season appearances against the 57's, 2-1. 57's beat him 3-2 on June 10th. He was the losing pitcher in that game. That 2-hit, 6-2 win against Swift Current on June 25th. And then he got the win over Swift Current July 9th, 6-3, going 6 innings, allowing 6 hits. So left-hander Landon Mostelar, that goes under the catcher, and scurrying to second base is Riley Campbell. Landon Mostelar, 1 inning of work in the playoffs, allowing 1 hit, striking out 1. Matt Bonderchuk trying to get a bunt down with nobody out, and Riley Campbell at second. That ball's bunted into the backstop. 1-1 count. Landon Mostelar, the long-haired lefty from Clarksville, Tennessee. One pitch. 83 miles an hour. Bonderchuk gets that bunt down the first base line. Textbook bunt by Bonderchuk. As Riley Campbell advances to third, there's one away.
Now batting, number 24, Blake Adams.
57's with a 6-5 lead. Blake Adams trying to add to it. This could be vintage 57's baseball, and Adams is not going to get an RBI opportunity with Bodie Cooper on deck. Landon Mostelar and catcher Zach Frazier are going to intentionally walk Adams, filling the empty base at first and pitching to Bodie Cooper likely. when this game wasn't looking good for the 57's when they were down 4-1 earlier in this one. Got a text from Mayor Dennis Perot saying, don't give up hope, got to believe in this one. And I think a lot of people shared that sentiment, thinking it may only be a matter of time before the offensive floodgates open. And win or lose here, 6-5, 57's lead it in the top of the 8th. They've had a good showing in this Game 3 against the Weyburn Beavers. We want this season to keep on going for Swift, though. We want a Game 4 tomorrow night and a Game 5 back in Swift-Current. We haven't seen enough of that commercial in the webcast for the Days In with Blake Adams and Bobby St. Pierre in the hot tub. We want one more game at least at Mitchell Field. Landon Mostelar, though, he wants to do his part to get his Beavers onto round 2. First pitch to Bodie. Eyeball height breaking ball. Runners on the corners. Landon Mostelar looks Blake Adams at first. Lefty goes to Bodie. Bodie hits that way up in the air. And out of Tom Lang Park, foul. 1-1 the count with one away. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down, 2 on, runners on the corners. Bodie extra motivated here as the Beavers intentionally walked Blake Adams, putting him on at first to get to Bodie. Cooper showing bunt and pulls away on that offering low. Two-one pitch. Mostelar. Fastball just below letter height. Could almost sense Cooper's pupils dilating as that one got closer to him, but just missing that pitch, sending it foul, and the count is 2-2 with 1 down. Runners on the corners. Mostelar's fastball. Low to mid-80s from the left side. 2-2 count. Two-two pitch. Adams in motion. Pitch out on the changeup. With a runner on at third, Frazier hangs on to that ball. Doesn't want the speedy Riley Campbell sneaking home through the back door. And the count is full to Bodie. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Only 1 away here in the top of the 8th inning. 6-5 lead for the 57's. 2 of their fast guys in scoring position. Nick Conyas on deck, in case you're wondering. 3-2 pitch. Cooper goes down swinging for the second out. That fastball from Mostelar, his hardest pitch thus far, hitting the gun at 87 miles an hour from the left side. So Nick Conyas with 2 out. Nick's 1 for 4 with a run scored and hitting .357 in the postseason. Nick, one of Swift Current's most consistent hitters in the month of August, as that 84-mile-an-hour fastball just misses out lefty on lefty here. Thomas de Bonville on deck, hitting where Mason Brown was in the batting order. 6-5 lead for the 57's, a pair of runners in scoring position. Breaking ball from Mostelar. Stays above the belt, 2-0 count with 2 down. Pitch. Fastball up, 3-0 to Conyers. Pitch. Ball 4, just missing outside. Bases loaded for Thomas de Bonville.
Now batting number 4, Thomas de Bonville.
Bases loaded, 2 away. Conyers not getting any pitches really to work with against Landon Mostelar. Thomas de Bonville up now. Thomas has 2 hits in the postseason, both of them home runs in game number 3 against the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Pitch. De Bonville swings at that fastball 1-1 with 2 away. Off-speed pitch. 1-2. 57's with a 1-run lead. Looking for more. Runners on at first, second, and third. Nick Conyers at first, Blake Adams at second, Riley Campbell at third. 1-2 pitch. Up and out. 2-2 to de Bonville with 2 down. Thomas 0 for 1 with a run scored this game. Pinch running for Mason Brown. Called strike 3 as de Bonville caught looking. '57 strand 3, but still lead by 1. Bottom of 8 coming up. Jagger Harjo will try and keep the Beaver bats at bay. When we return with this Swift Current 57's webcast, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
For the Beavers, number 14, Anthony Wiggins.
One-run lead for the Swift Current 57's against the lineup where there's no easy outs. We're in for a big finish here in Weyburn. Swift Current with their backs against the wall, fighting for their playoff lives. Anthony Wiggins leading off. First pitch strike from Jagger Harjo. 57's warming up their closer, Keel Crumweedy, right-handed pitcher from Glasgow, Montana, prepping in the bullpen. Jagger Harjo on the mound now. Swinging strike, and he's ahead of Anthony Wiggins. 0-2. Wiggins, Flores, Nygaard, 5-6-7. Bottom of the 8th inning, Swift up by 1, 6-5 the score. Check swing on that low pitch. Strike 3, Harjo gets him with high heat.
Now back, number 3, Carlos Flores.
And the Weyburn Beavers were in the driver's seat until the top of the 6th when the 57's had a 4-run 6th inning. Teams have traded runs since then, 6-5 the score, favoring Swift Current. Jagger Harjo from Midwest City, Oklahoma. Pitch number 19 of Jagger's evening. 1-0 count. Fastball from Harjo, 87 on the gun, 1-1. One. Jagger hits 88 on that pitch. 2-1 though, as that just missed low and away. Breaking ball, ground ball, Cole Thibodeau orchestrates a 4-3 for the second out. Carlos Flores grounds out to 4.
Now coming to the point. Number 5, Brady Nygaard.
Brady Nygaard striking out twice when facing Sean Chandler in this game. Here's his first at-bat against Jagger Harjo. Breaking ball from Jagger, ball 1. Nygaard hitting 182 in the postseason. 1-1 pitch. Nygaard fouls that off. Two and 2 count to the native of Mayville, North Dakota. Nygaard 271 in the regular season with a couple home runs and 17 runs batted in. 88 miles an hour of heat from Jagger Harjo, low and away, full count with 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Three-two pitch. Curveball from Harjo. Catches him looking. And the 57's escape the 8th inning with a 1-run lead. Top of the 9th coming up. 6-5. Swift. Back with more 57's baseball for Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino after this.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale, selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Landon Mostelar on the mound for the Weyburn Beavers, getting set for his 2nd inning of work. Esau, Baeta, Thibodeau, 7-8-9 for Swift, due up, top of the 9th. Swift Current with a 6-5 lead. Swifty trying to stave off elimination. Fouled into the backstop by Esau. One pitch. Off speed, offering to Esau. Count 1-2. One-two pitch. 2-2. Fastball. Just a bit out, full count. Pitch just above the shoes of Esau, and that'll be ball 4. A lead-off walk to the native of Meadow Lake. John Baeta. 2 hits this game. Two for 3. RBI and a run scored. Same stats as Cole Thibodeau, who's on deck. Bottom of the order. Coming through for the 57's in this one, as Baeta tries to get a bunt down here with nobody out and a runner on at first. That ball sent towards the backstop. A 1 count to John from Port St. Lucie, Florida. Landon Mostelar. Breaking ball. Across the plate. Strike 2. Third-year assistant coach for the 57's, Eric Dorton, coaching third base, sends in the signals to Baeta. And Esau at first. Mostelar. Fastball. Just a bit out. 2-2 now. We'll have the webcast for game number 4, if necessary, tomorrow night from here in Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. 7:05 first pitch. 57's doing everything they can to make that game 4 necessary. Weyburn hoping to keep Swift Current to just a 1-run lead before heading into the bottom of the ninth.
Here's got for $1.
1-2 count. Mostelar checks Brett Esau over at first. '57's will likely go to Keel Crumweedy for the bottom of the ninth. Fastball up to Baeta, 2-2. Two pitch. One hopper blocked by Zach Frazier. Good athleticism by the 6'3" catcher. Full count. Three-two pitch. Baeta continuing to battle with Landon Mostelar, fouls that out. Three-two pitch. Baeta flares one into right field. Ulysses Fluellen makes the catch. Runner's going to have to scurry back as Esau. And Esau back to first base in time. As John Baeta flies out to right field. Flaring one into the glove of Fluellen. Connor DiNaro, left-handed pitcher out of San Jose. If Game 4 is necessary, will likely go for the Beavers. Junior from Mayville State University. 6 foot, 200-pound lefty. I would say he would be the probable Game 4 starter if necessary for Weyburn against Mitch Giberson of the 57's. Fastball, Mostelar, lefty on lefty, just misses outside. 1-1 with one away. Cool Thibodeau up, number 9 hitter. Thibodeau 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. He's walked this game as well. Cool now hitting .313 in the postseason. Fastball, strike from Mostelar, 1-2. Top of the order and Riley Campbell on deck for Swift. 1-2. Mostelar tries to paint that outside corner in this lefty-on-lefty encounter. Misses, and 2-2. Two-two pitch. High heat sits down Cole Thibodeau. Riley Campbell. 2 hits in this one. A run scored and an RBI. Riley hitting .345 this postseason. Still Brett Esau at first for him to work with. The scrappy infielder from Wadsworth, Ohio, University of Toledo, Ohio. Landon Mostelar exhales, looks the runner at first. Fastball, strike one to Campbell. A 1 pitch. Campbell into the glove of Widener. Good crack of the bat, but put it right where the shortstop was. 1 is stranded, and 1 is the lead for the 57's. Bottom of the 9th coming up. 6-5. Swift will try and close out Weyburn. Keel Crumweed will take to the mound when we return with 57's baseball.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for Ryder tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
Thank you to Swift Current Building Supplies for providing the materials for the new patio at Mitchell Field.
See Swift Current Building Supplies for all types of lumber, kitchen hardware, tools, power tools, fence, and shed packing.
At your one stop, we carry everything shop for building and renovation.
Building supplies, farm and ranch, construction, paints, and decor. Swift Current Building Supplies, Swift Current's complete home and farm building supply center. Highway 1 West.
Number 17, Zach Frazier.
For the Weyburn Beavers, it is the bottom of the 9th. 8-9-1. Zach Frazier, Brett Young, and Luis Jimenez. Keel Crumweedy into pitch for the 57's. First pitch fastball, Crumweedy to Frazier. Frazier tonight 0 for 3, hitting .207 in the postseason. 1-1 count after that fastball for strike one. The lead for the 57's is 1. Breaking ball from Crumweedy inside, 2-1. Zach Frazier to Bodie Cooper. 1 down.
Now batting, number 6, Brett Young.
Crumweedy in the playoffs, 2 appearances on the mound, 2 innings of work. He's allowed 2 hits, 1 run, struck out 2 and walked 1. No runs against Kiel in the postseason. Regular season on the mound, the native of Glasgow, Montana, 9 appearances, all in relief, 11.2 innings pitched, 9 hits, striking out 15 and walking 4, 1-0 with 5 saves and a 2.31 earned run average. Brett Young cues that foul, 1-1. Young 1 for 3 this game with a run scored and a .259 postseason average. Single for Young. He represents the tying run at first base and the top of the order up now for the Beavers.
Now back, number 7, Jimenez.
Luis Jimenez. He's grounded out, walked, and hit by a pitch, and then grounded out again in his most recent at-bat, so 0 for 2 Jimenez, but still a respectable .394 in the postseason. Edmonton Prospects taking a 2-1 series lead on the Medicine Hat Mavericks. 4-3 win in Edmonton tonight. Jimenez dodging away from that pitch, but goes around while doing so, and it's an unconventional strike 1. One down, 1 on. Crumweedy. Looks Brett Young back to first. Beavers trying to put away the 57's. 57's trying to close out a Game 3 win here. 6-5, Swift Current leads it. Bottom of the 9th. It wasn't the plan for Kiel Crumweedy to be the team's closer this season, but he was given an opportunity to fill that role, and he made the most of it. Runner in motion. Baeta. Throw to second. Swipe bag for Young. Tying run on at second with 1 away. And with Brett Young on at second base, John Baeta has a quick chat with Crumweedy. One down, Luis Jimenez, .394 postseason batting average at the plate. Zach Mathis, who's hitting .438, is on deck. Brett Young trying to get in the dome of Crumweedy. Jimenez, foul ball down the third base line. And it's a long strike for Kiel Crumweedy, 1-2. One-two pitch with 1 away. Ground ball. Bodie Cooper racing Jimenez, 2 down. Runner advances to third. Zach Mathis with a runner on at third. Mathis has been a big-time performer for the Beavers in this postseason, hitting .438. Statistically, their best hitter. And it comes down to this. Swift Current fighting to stay alive. Tying run represented by a runner 90 feet away. 2 away. Shot to center field, Matt Bondarchuk. The catch is made. Game 4 will be necessary.
Weyburn Beavers fall 6-5. This is game 3 of the best of 5 series. Game 4 tomorrow.
And we'll do it all again tomorrow night in Weyburn as the Swift Current 57's stave off elimination in Weyburn. Player of the game for the Swift Current 57's. John Baeta and Cole Thibodeau both going 2 for 4 with a run scored. But we'll give the love to Sean Chandler in this one. 4 innings, no runs, no hits, no walks, striking out 5, facing 13 batters. Coming in to calm down a potent Beaver offense and doing so. The 57's will live to fight another day in the WNBL playoffs. And they force a game number 4 tomorrow night, putting all sorts of pressure on the Weyburn Beavers, who could have closed things out tonight. We will have that webcast for you at 7:05 tomorrow night. First pitch, Mitch Guyberson, the probable starter. Connor De Niro, likely to go for the Weyburn Beavers. Game 4 tomorrow night from Weyburn, 7:05. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, wherever you may be from. Swift wins it, 6-5. Good night from Weyburn.